Good morning. It's Saturday. I hope you all had a good week. It's time again to just run through the books that we reviewed this week and again give the quick ratings and the heat level on each one of them. On Monday, we reviewed The Surrender of Miss Fairborn by Madeline Hunter. And as you all know, I love this series and I love the mystery involved in it, and I rated it an A, and only because I've read the series and I feel like there's a couple that are a little bit better. Rating this an A. The heat level is a 3. Most of the ones that I have read by Miss Hunter have been a level 3, so bear that in mind if you do choose to read one of her books, but they're well worth it. The heat level, those particular scenes are quickly read through. You can scan through them if you would like, because the story is good enough to do that. The second book was Two in the Bush by Judith Hill Everett. I'm rating it an A-, and of course it's a sweet romance. It's a level 1, but the stories are good. And a lot of people want more than that out of their books, but if you want a good story, a sweet story, this series is a good series. Two in the Bush is a fun way to get it started. We're introduced to some good characters that we meet along the way. And the third book was These Old Shades. Can't go wrong with a Georgette Heyer novel. I said this a number of times. These Old Shades is one of her most popular novels, and of course I have to rate her an A++. That she's just that type of writer. She's been gone from us for 50 years, and yet she's still selling her books. She is a novelist that just spans the time. The heat level, of course, is a 1, as all of hers are. On Thursday, I introduced you to one of my favorite authors of today, Emma V. Leach. You could tell I love her. She just writes a wonderful story. Her characters have a lot of depth. They're really rakes and rogues, and they do need redeeming. But the Rogue is the first one in the Rogues and Gentlemen series, and it kicks off the 17.5 novel series. I've got it rated as an A because there are a couple of the novels that are following that I have to rate a little bit higher than this, but I love this one. The heat level is a 3+. The reason that I rate it a 3+ is because there's more of it. There's just not 1 or 2 scenes. There is more of it, and there's several pages of it. And so you need to be aware of that. The last book that we reviewed on Friday was The Wayward Son by Carolyn Warfield. And as I said, it is an historical romance, but there's as much mystery and intrigue going on as there is the romance. I mean, the romances, to me, when I'm reading this series, it's more in the background. And even though you're watching it evolve between our hero and heroine, you get captured by the mystery and you want to know what caused all of these broken people. And so throughout the series, you learn more about it. But The Wayward Son kicks off the Ashmed series, and you get several of your characters that will be forthcoming in this book. So it's an important book to start with in the Ashmed series. I rated it an A-, and the reason that I did that is that I did enjoy some of the later ones more than this one, but it is a good story. But that's our breakdown of the week. I hope that you found a new historical romance to read. Hope you found a new author. And again, I can't say enough, we cannot express how much we appreciate you. If you read a book, if you've enjoyed it, go to Amazon, go to Goodreads, go to one of these places where you can review the book. Let us know. So have a good weekend. I hope you enjoy it. And we will see you next week with some more authors and some more novels.